Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we've all heard those horror stories, or probably it happened to you, where we got on a big old losing streak in competitive Overwatch, whether it was like 200, 300. I even see some comments saying they went on a 1,000 SR losing streak. Now, I'm not calling you out saying you're a liar, but I'm calling you out saying you didn't drop that much. Whether it was the 1,000 SR loss or just a measly 50 SR, it's never a good feeling just losing all that SR, because it kind of, in a sense, feels like you're digging yourself in a big hole. You ever get in a fight with your girlfriend, and you know you're not winning, but deep down you just want to win, but you just keep arguing, you just keep digging yourself in a hole deeper and deeper. In a sense, that's what it's like, and that's what it feels. And you just think, oh, if I just play one more game, I'm gonna climb back up. And then you lose one more game, you lose 70 SR, and you cry. No, I'm not talking about what happened last night, I'm just saying. And that's why I really wanted to make today's video, because I feel like just making this video, just giving you guys some tips on how to stop a losing streak can really help you. Now, I already know there's gonna be some people in the comments saying, oh, the best way to stop a losing streak is just to stop playing Overwatch, uninstall, and just get on. But I honestly feel like there's some ways that you can stop a losing streak that's sort of in your control. Now, again, teammates are a big factor. Like, yes, sometimes they can bring you down, but in this video, I'm just gonna go in depth with those bad teammates and just what you can do just to stop that losing streak. Because again, it's never a good feeling just constantly losing Overwatch games, because it feels like you're constantly digging yourself in a hole. Now, there's only gonna be a few things that we'll talk about, but I have to go in depth. And again, I just want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on how you stop a losing streak, because there's some ways that I just do on my own that maybe you guys don't do, that you can just take into your own Overwatch gameplay next time and possibly end the losing streak. Because it's never fun to lose. If you like to lose, then you're a loser, but I'm also a loser, and I like to let's just get on with the video. So a common theme that I see throughout these comments saying, oh, I dropped 300 SR, I dropped 400 SR, is that they proceed to tell me what heroes that they're playing with these people that are supposedly making them drop an SR. They always say, oh, I'm a Lucio main, I'm an Ana main, I'm a Roadhog main, Soldier 76, I'm a main, whatever the case may be. It's not just support heroes, guys. A lot of people say, oh, if you main a support hero, of course you're going to be dropping a whole bunch because you depend on your team. No, I see it throughout the whole entire hero selection. So the first advice I'm going to give you is probably some advice that some people think is the stupidest advice of all time, because the old saying goes, play the hero you're most comfortable with. But the first thing I can tell you is stop playing the hero that you're dropping with. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, sometimes that doesn't always apply to Overwatch, but the whole idea kind of applies, is what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna play the same hero, let's take Diva, let's take like McCree or someone like that. If you're dropping a bunch with that hero, why are you going to continue on playing that same hero if you're still dropping with that hero? Now, again, different teammates come and go. Maybe it didn't mesh well with this team, and maybe it'll mesh with the next one. But here's the thing. Again, if you're not doing that well, why are you going to continue on playing with that hero? Oh, it's what I'm most comfortable. It's what I mean. Okay, then this is where you have to decide. Are you going to want to continue to drop until you hit rock bottom and then want to climb back up? But at that point, you dug yourself all the way to the core of the earth. Or do you want to learn a brand new hero and possibly change up the whole entire way that you play Overwatch and possibly mesh well with more amount of teams, i.e. maybe you want to learn Zarya rather than Roadhog because you're feeding people too many ults because you're this big fat man, or maybe you want to play Ana because Mercy just really isn't doing it for you and you want to get more damage. It's just realizing that if you just constantly play this single hero and you don't see yourself climbing, maybe you have to change something up because you're not climbing because you're playing the same exact hero. I think I just said that twice, but I want that to be inside your head. And again, this also is to reject the idea of one-trick ponies. If you constantly find yourself only playing one hero in every single competitive game, let's just use an example like Pharah. If you're facing a bunch of good Soldier 76s, well, there's your clear counter right there, but you constantly play Pharah. Well, that's who I'm good with. Okay, well, that's your biggest downfall, and you have to think to yourself, okay, well, do I want to try to take the time to learn a brand new hero, or do I want to keep on playing Pharah because that's what I'm good at, and then blame my teammates because they're not supporting me? Try to take actions for your own faults. Yes, you're probably a good Pharah, but when your counter is clearly right there, and maybe if they even have a Zenyatta and they discorded you, well, yeah, you can't switch. You're not going to switch because that's all you can play, and that's probably the reason why you're not contributing to the team that much, and i.e. probably losing a lot of games, i.e. probably why you keep dropping SR. I went out on a big rant, but I think that's just the biggest tip that I can give you about why you're probably going on this this big lose streak. You constantly play the hero you're most comfortable with, but you're constantly getting countered by the people that are even better than you because they're better with their counters against you. Now comes the second comment that I can give you to try to offset all the people that are typing in the comments right now. Oh, well, bro, you whack. I know every single hero in Overwatch, and it's definitely my teammates' fault. Well, the second tip that I can give you is don't rely on your teammates. Stop relying on your teammates for healing. Stop relying on your teammates for protection. Easier said than done, though, because Overwatch competitive specifically is a team-based game. You know, you have to work together as a team to get the plan done. Teamwork makes the dream work. I almost said that backwards. So yes, teamwork is the main thing that you should try to look for when wanting to win the game, is that you need team coordination, all combinations, you need all these types of things. But sometimes when you're in competitive, and so many people are going to believe me when I say this, is that sometimes your ranks just do not match up. Some people are playing heroes they never played before, and some people just don't have as good aim as you. So you just have to take matters into your own hands, and this is where the term carrying my teammates come into play. So sometimes, yes, you do have to carry your teammates, and what are the best ways that you can do that? Playing a Soldier 76, playing a Roadhog, or maybe playing a Mei. What's the common theme that all those heroes have? Is that they have the ability to heal themselves, or they're a little bit mobile. Soldier 76 is the only mobile hero out of those three, but you get what I'm trying to say. This way you don't have to rely on the Mercy, you don't have to rely on the Ana, you don't have to rely on the Reinhardt to give you protection. Literally, if you play Soldier 76 and you just get 2 kills right away on King's Row, there's no reason why you can't get the second point unless literally your teammates are blind and they don't see those 2 kills in the kill feed and they don't move forward. And there's gonna be those bronze people that say that literally happens. I'm sure it does. I'm trying to help y'all out. But honestly, if you just get 2 kills, it's a 4v6 at that point. There's no reason why your teammates can't see that and just automatically think, okay, let's finally go in, make the push, because you were able to take matters into your own hands, get those 2 kills, and push forward to be able to capture the first point. It's just logically thinking at that point. But who has common sense in Overwatch is what a lot of people are gonna say. Surprisingly, a lot of people. You just have to find those people, but at that point, they're probably in game chat, and you guys aren't complaining, and you're probably gonna win. But again, if they're not in game chat, or if they don't have common sense, you just have to take matters into your own hands, get those few kills, and boom, you were the MVP of that game, baby. Now, the third thing is something that okay, so a lot of people like to complain, saying they don't have anybody to play with, myself included, because I don't have friends or a girlfriend, as a matter. Wow, I'm lonely. But a common excuse that I always see, but it's a legitimate excuse, right? Because I even sometimes use this, is that they don't have any friends to play with. They don't have a full team to play with, or maybe their friends aren't online. So of course they're forced to play solo queue. So a good way to offset this is that you go into a game, right? And maybe no one's in game chat except for one person, and that one person was really good. They were good with Roadhog, Pharah, but you still lost the game because there wasn't in team communication. Your teammates were really bad. Well, an easy way to offset this is just ask that guy, hey, maybe we can team up. Maybe, hey guy, maybe we can just duo queue into the next game. At least with this eliminates the dice roll, but just by one person. It eliminates that one person factor of, oh my god, am I gonna get a bad teammate? Oh my god, is he gonna be in game chats? At least this way you're able just to communicate with at least one person, and you know deep down in your heart that this guy knows what he's doing. And also you're able to use all combinations, which is such a big thing in Overwatch. People don't realize that all combinations wins you games. So just having that factor in your next game of being able to duo queue with this random that, hey, maybe he won't do good, maybe he will do good, we'll just have to see. Well, now it's eliminated because you were able to step out of your comfort zone, be a little bit more social, and invite him into your next game. The second to last tip that I can give you is something that not a lot of people do. It's just human nature. Nobody likes to think that they're wrong. Nobody likes to think that they're doing something bad, or that they're problems. But sometimes, again, I'm not saying that you suck, I'm not saying that you're bad, but sometimes you just have to look at what you're doing wrong as a player, because sometimes you're doing mistakes that you don't catch, but because you're focused on other people's mistakes, just to mask your mistakes. So maybe something is you're playing Pharah and you're going into the sky too much, and you're not dropping down and flying all over the place. You're just kind of staying in the sky, and you're a big easy target for a Soldier 76, or maybe you're a Reinhardt and you're just charging in by yourself right there. Oh, but you're too focused on the Mercy that's not healing you, since you charged in all by yourself. So it's just realizing stuff like that maybe you're doing wrong, but since you don't want to admit it, you mask it with other excuses. And the final tip that I can give you, which is a tip that a lot of people are going to say is really dumb, advice that I can give you, is just realize there's gonna be some losses. Unfortunately, you lost a whole bunch, but now you're dropped a little bit lower than where you were at before, and you should be able able to compete at this level, because hey, if you were able to compete 500 SR above you, there's no reason why you can climb back up there. Now that might sound arrogant, but this is a time where you can just learn to practice, learn to just improve yourself as a player, learn different play styles or whatnot. Not really experiment, but just more or less sharpen your skills in the different areas in Overwatch. And again, realize how you can just improve yourself as a player. Not really blame yourself, but just look at the areas that you need improvement on. Sometimes it is your teammates, and it's never good when you get bad teammates on your team, because yes, sometimes they can make you drop 300 or 400 SR, but they're not in your control. Literally, you can't control 5 random people on your team unless you're their dad. Even then, that's still not possible sometimes, because maybe you're not a good daddy. Either way, I'm getting off topic. These are just some tips that I gave you just to help you stop a losing streak, but also to climb out of the hole that you dug yourself out of. Hope this video does help. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.